guest today is Mr. Al Rodriguez. I want to introduce a gentleman to you that has become not only my friend, but also my business partner. Mr. Rodriguez is the Vice President of Sales for our emerging global company, Vida Divina, and has been handpicked by our phenomenal CEO, Mr. Armand Puyolt, to develop leaders, provide training, and lock arms with those seeking a breakthrough in their lives. Al Rodriguez is one of our own. He grew up in Los Angeles, California, a great student and athlete, and went on to college to study accounting. He secured a job in finance at the age of 18 while going to school, and then entered the world of mortgage banking at just 22 years of age. In 90 days, he became the #1 producer in his office, and by the end of that year, he became the #3 loan producer in the company. He credits all of his success to personal development, a burning desire to succeed, and lots of hustle. Eventually, Al started and grew his multiple office mortgage banking company, started an escrow company, invested as a spec builder, and even owned a real estate franchise himself. He has trained hundreds of loan officers and real estate agents and is affectionately known by his friends and colleagues as Coach Al Rod due to his coaching and training style to empower others to succeed, even with a little tough love. It was at the height of his career that he was introduced to the network marketing profession. He immediately saw the leverage that could be created through leadership and team building for profit as well as for time freedom. Al is married, has 4 beautiful children, and has been blessed to succeed on an international level, developing teams and leaders in 10 countries, and they enjoy staying at home moms and dads, helping them with their children, and traveling is their hot button. Al says network marketing done right is not only a great income vehicle in anywhere business, but your personal and professional growth will benefit all aspects of your life. Now, today's topic is making money in between commissions. This information is all about helping professionals that are paid based on commissions, such as real estate agents, salespersons, etc., etc. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my privilege. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Al Rodriguez, VP of Sales for Vida Divina. Hi, Al. How are you doing?
Good day, Tanya. I'm doing great. Thank you for that introduction. I'm humbled by you. It's a pleasure to be with you here, with Kevin. You guys are incredible leaders. We see so much. That's why we're pouring into you, because we know that you are part of this early pioneer group that's going to go to the top. So thanks. I love being here. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. We're honored to have you. Now, Al, talk about the background of commission-based sales a little bit.
You bet. And as you mentioned in the introduction, really, I have a heart for people in commission sales because I did it my entire life. At the age of 22, as you mentioned, the mortgage business and the real estate franchise. And I know the obstacles, right? Those are great professions, and I had people in my employment as when I was a mortgage person as well. You make great money, but there's always that in-between time. I mean, that's just a reality. I don't care who you are. We can front people all day long. We can look good, smell good, and talk good. But those of us who have lived and walked that walk know what it's like to be, hero one month and maybe a zero the next month. Not as a person, but financially speaking, because maybe that commission got delayed, maybe that deal fell through, something happened. And so, yeah, I love talking about this topic because I'm passionate about helping this group of people, commission salespeople, and we have a solution. We have a viable, real-world solution if people really have the open mind and heart to listen to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can you share with us a little bit with our viewers and listeners, Vida Divina? What is this phenomenal company that is absolutely going to take this network marketing industry and direct sales industry by storm? If you could just share with us the heart of our CEO, amazing CEO, Mr. Armand Puyolt, and what has brought us to where we are now.
Well, in the words of Les Brown, it would be a plum-pleasing pleasure, so I'm going to definitely do that. I am excited, and listen, I've been a career professional. You can call this home-based business. In fact, anymore today, it's not home-based. It's really an anywhere-based business. We've been able to live near Cancun this past year, rent homes for several months at a time. And I don't tell you that to impress you, but to impress upon you that today's network marketing business is not your father's old Oldsmobile. It really is different. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing. And so I'm friends with a gentleman by the name of Armand Puyolt. Armand Puyolt is the CEO and visionary of Vida Divina. We are a soon-to-pre-launch company. So if you're watching this, even if you watch it after pre-launch, you're an early pioneer. We just literally opened pre-enrollment up just a few days ago. We just hit, in about the first 4 days, 5 days, 38,000 enrollments. This is going to be huge. Now, that's nothing, by the way. In case people say, well, am I too late? No, because this is going to be a million-plus distributor force worldwide, and so this is very, very virgin territory. But Armand Puyolt is the single most successful Latino leader, #1 in the world of all companies as far as an income earner. As a distributor, before he owned Vida Divina last year, he was an 8-figure income earner. So, yeah, not 7. That's an 8-figure income earner as a distributor. And he has a long, long career as being a multi-million-dollar earner. Ironically enough, he grew up in Southern California, product of a single-parent family. His mother did the best she could, great mom, but they had some challenges. So he's not a silver spoon mouth kind of kid, and he's a hustler. He's got a heart for people, and he didn't really have to do this company. He could have just retired from his last company. He's in his 40s. He could have just taken his money and be sipping Mai Tais. But if you get to know Armand, and you look up servant leader in the dictionary, his picture's probably there. I have the blessing to be friends with him. We actually had not worked on any companies prior to this. I built some very large teams, and I've also been on the consulting side of this profession, coaching, training, marketing strategy. We met through that process, and last year I got a call from Armand. And he said, Al, I'm a little frustrated. My current company's having some operational issues, and I want to do things right. I thought he was spouting off. I thought it was just what, when you call a friend, you're frustrated. Well, guess what? He put his money where his mouth is. We are, like I said, we're pre-enrollment. But here's what's happened already, which is if you know anything about network marketing, anything, what I'm going to tell you the next 2 or 3 minutes, you're going to say, I've never heard that. And let me tell you why. Because it's a multi-million-dollar investment. And I'm not talking $2 million or $5 million. Our manufacturing facility costs way more than that. So let me start with that. We purchased a very large manufacturing facility that has an amazing capability of producing a variety of products. We're going to launch 15 products here in the next few weeks, 18 by the end of the year, and our product menu is approximately grown right now to 175 products. We'll get into it in a little bit, but I just want to let you know that this is going to be a big, big product mix. We're currently manufacturing for Johnson & Johnson and Nestle's through that manufacturer and other companies, as well as for about 24 other direct sales and MLM companies, just to give you an idea of the huge capacity. That's #1. #2 is from day one, we're opening into 9 countries. And I want to define what that means because we are not one of those companies when we say 9 countries that we're going to mail product from the U.S. I'm talking about 9 separate operations in each one of our 9 countries. I'm talking about country managers, warehousing, offices, conference centers, be able to fly in and build business internationally. It is a multi-million-dollar commitment that I have never seen in my long career in network marketing. I found network marketing when I was a mortgage banker. I was at the height of my career, and I couldn't have had this vision back then. I got in for the people, the products, and the personal development. A mentor showed up, and we built a company into distributorship into 3 countries. And so fast forward today, I've been around the block a little bit is what I'm trying to say, is I've never seen this, the manufacturing. And we'll get into some of the product mix, the pay plan. It's real world. I love this profession, I really do. But I've seen some pay plans that really just don't serve people. They'll serve the big gurus, right? And they'll make $100,000 plus a month. But they don't really serve the $1,000, the $4,000, the $10,000 a month earners. Well, we solved that because what we did is we took our thinking outside of this profession and we just did real world things to make sense. And so in a nutshell, I want to conclude with one thing before I turn it back over to you, Tanya. I want to define what does Vida Divina mean. It's obviously a Spanish name, but Vida Divina means the divine life. And I'm very proud to tell you that it has 2 significant meanings. The first one, if you look at our logo, you'll see planet Earth, the sky and the universe behind there. You'll see some angel wings. We're very proud of this. We stand on firm ground with no apologies. We have a spiritual connotation to this company. We're not trying to be all things to all people. We're also not a church. We're not preaching, but we have a spiritual connotation to this company. The flip side of it, which is our culture. which is something that I've been handed the task by Mr. Puyolt to really lead, and that is we're not a culture. Look at my mansion and look at my 3 Ferraris. By the way, you make a lot of money, go buy 3 Ferraris. That's great, do what you want. But we're a culture of family, friends, integrity, humility, honesty, fun, vacations. And I'll tell you why. Because what we want to do is we want people who make lots of money, a little bit of money, or maybe just customers to want to be part of this mission that we call Vida Divina as a legacy company, not just today, not just for a year. I wish I had enough time to tell you everything that's gone back in the background to get to where we are right now, to really give people a flavor of what we're doing. And we'll talk about a few of those things here in just a moment.
Okay. Well, I know we have some phenomenal products, and I absolutely don't want to go into every product in detail, but I know that Mr. Puyolt and his wife, Dr. Esther, are at the forefront of a lot of our products. Could you share a few of our flagship products with our viewers?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'll share a few products, and then I'll maybe share some product categories for sake of time, right? Because all that stuff will be rolled out. So one of the things that Esther, Dr. Esther, Armand's wife, she's a holistic health professional. She introduced at the last company a detox weight loss tea. It's a tea that's got a synergistic effect of herbs. We've actually enhanced it. We've made it stronger. And what you can do is you can lose 5 or 10 pounds inside of a week, believe it or not. It's going to detox. It's going to cleanse you. There's no artificial flavors or colors. It's a great product. And we've added some new ingredients that are going to actually help and promote further weight loss as well as fat burning capabilities. And so we're very proud of that product. All our products are going to be reasonably priced, and so we're not going to have these exotic $150 creams and $110 shakes. We're going to keep it very real. Why? Because we want you to reach the masses, not only in the United States, but internationally. But some other things are, we have a coffee product, and we discovered and we patented a process. We have a coffee bean where we're able to penetrate certain things like Ganoderma and Chaga. And if you don't know what those things are, you need to Google them, because there's lots of science behind what we're talking about, and cordyceps and some other ingredients. And so it's a patented process. It's inside the bean, and yet it's a gourmet coffee. So it doesn't taste like a healthy coffee. It tastes great. It's a Colombian coffee. It's a Guatemalan blend with a few others. And we're also delivering that in an instant version, iced coffee, instant coffee. So if you prefer to have it on the run, you can have it as well. I've got some notes here if you don't mind, because I'd like to refer to that. We have an electrolyte drink that I hate to compare it to Gatorade, but I just want to compare it for the purpose of look and color. We're going to have 6 different colors, very sexy, lemon lime and hibiscus red, and none of these will have artificial colors or flavors or sweeteners, diabetic friendly. And what they're going to do is they're going to be energy type drinks, a lot of vitamin and minerals in them, and they're a good replacement drink to all those sugared up drinks we have in our refrigerator, right? Coca-Cola, orange juice, and apple juice. It's a daily drink that just is good for you. Now, what are some other product categories? I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about this. We have an incredible weight loss product, but it's going to be not just a weight loss product where you take it, you lose weight, and then you start eating again and you gain weight. It's going to come with a design diet. So we're going to help you take the weight off in a very healthy fashion, and then we're going to give you a design diet so you can keep that weight off over time. You don't want this yo-yo stuff. See, diets just do this. We can give you a diet, pill that's going to just, lose weight. We want a design diet where you're going to keep that off. You're going to incorporate it into your lifestyle. And our beta test subjects have lost between 22 and 47 pounds in under 40 days while still eating meals and whatnot. So we're super excited about that. Now, what are some other product categories? We're going to go into, in September, we have organic cosmetics. We'll be going into skincare, both skincare for men, women, anti-aging type products. Very great products. Now, I want to back up a second here. Do you know that all our products are going to be $40? Now you say, wow. If you've ever been in network marketing, you know that a skincare cream is $150, right? That some of these shakes are $80. Why? And I'm going to tell you in a very practical sense, because I think we're talking here to people who are business professionals. Maybe you're in real estate, mortgage, insurance, auto sales, or related. So let's be real practical. We own the manufacturer. That is the X factor, because we're buying bulk ingredients at massively discounted prices than our competitors. We're getting better quality ingredients that we can put out a reasonably priced product, a real world product. If you've ever been in network marketing, go, oh my God, I love the company, but the product is ridiculously expensive. But there's 2 other things I want you to think about. And wait till I talk about the pay plan. we've got enough money left over, and I'm not ashamed to tell you this. I'm just going to keep it real. We've got enough money left over into giving you a very, very generous pay plan to reward you for your efforts and plenty of profit for Vida Divina. And again, no shame on that. We're going to have plenty of profit. Now, why is that important to you? It sounds kind of greedy, doesn't it? Here, let me tell you why it should be important to you. Number one is you don't want to engage with us for another year or so. You want a legacy type build where whether you build $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month, or $30,000 a month, that you have a legacy situation to take care of your family. And so we're going to be a company that's going to be here for long term, number one. Number two is by having a good profit for the company, we'll continue to expand internationally. We're expanding right now 9 countries immediately, unheard of. But already I can tell you that we're looking at other countries. We just got approved in Costa Rica. We're doing 2 other Latin American countries. We've got a handful of countries in Africa, the United Kingdom, Philippines is coming on board, and more to be announced. And those things do take time. It may take us 4 to 6 months, but we're doing it all correct. We're doing operations, country managers, offices, etc. And so, you know, a little bit of a side note there as I talk about the products. Now, what else are we going to have? We'll have home care and personal care. So we'll have organic, non-toxic, conditioner, shampoo, and all the different related products that you can imagine in home care and personal care. We're not going to neglect our pets. We'll have pet food and pet treats that have organic products in them, as well as Ganoderma, Cordyceps, Chaga, and we'll have sports nutrition. Now, we're going to have 2 types of meal replacement shakes. We'll have your meal replacement shake to lose weight, keep that weight off. Maybe if you're on the run, instead of eating at a fast food place, you can take a shake until you can get a good meal. So we'll have that, and we'll have that in 4 flavors, a latte flavor, a vanilla, chocolate, and a pineapple flavor. Most companies have 1 flavor. We're going with 4. But we're also having a shake that's a sports nutrition line. Maybe you're a weekend warrior. Maybe you lost some weight, you're ready to get back into the gym, or you play soccer, you shoot hoops, you play tennis, or maybe you're just chasing those kids or those grandkids in the park. So we have another high-quality protein shake that we're going to come out with that's going to help you build lean muscle, burn fat, muscle recovery, and some other things that are really going to help the kind of the weekend warrior, right? You know, it's not reserved for professional athletes. It's really for the weekend active person because we know that it requires some different science. And we do have, you know, a laboratory as part of our manufacturing facility, so we're researching products to really be able to bring some good things. What are some other things? Men's and women's sexual health function, and there's just so many other products that you know, for sake of time, those are the ones that I'm covering right now. Oh, let me tell you about our Factor Divina. Wow. I went to a seminar last year, Tanya, and I went to an industry, you know, if you're in real estate, you probably go to, you know, National Association of Realtors. If you are a mortgage banker, you go to the Mortgage Banking Association. Well, I'm a professional in what I do. So I went to Success Partners University in Dallas, Texas last year, and only CEOs, presidents, and corporate people went there. It wasn't a distributor event, and we really find out the truth. It's not a hurrah session. And one of the things that of these companies that are just exploding is they have what's called a star or hero product. Now, we're going to have about 9 or 10 of those, which is unheard of in a company. I'm talking about, what does that mean? Those are products that people readily understand, they desire them, they're popular, they'll be repurchased, and if you understand residual income, that's going to help you. But here's the one that I'm really, really fired up about. It's a functional beverage. Maybe you've heard of superfruits like Monavi had the acai berry, and some of these companies have the mangosteen and the noni juice, and they usually have 1 superfruit and then 3 or 4 good ingredients. A great product. Usually goes for about $65 to $80. Well, we're going to have 33 powerful ingredients, 7 or 8 superfruits, probiotics, prebiotics, things that'll help you with your cardiovascular health. You know, just aloe vera, some marine algae, some spirulina. I mean, it's going to be a product, and here's what I want to let you know: is you're going to put it. It's going to be in a sexy red bottle, right? It's going to have a little cork top. It's going to look like, I mean, it's just going to, you're going to be proud of this company. It's going to sexy. But here's what you do: you take it out of the refrigerator, you pour an ounce or 2, and you've got enough nutrition for the day. You're good. Now, you can take it in a few ways. You could take it in 1 or 2 ounces straight to a little glass, nice and chilled. You can add water to those 1 or 2 ounces, put some crushed ice, and you have a healthy beverage that tastes like a berry flavor. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes phenomenally great. My 11-year-old twins love it. If you know kids, you know, they don't lie, right? But I like taking it in mineral water. You know, it's kind of sexy. Put a little mineral water. It's kind of effervescent. The kids like it too because I think I'm tricking them. I think they think it's a Coca-Cola or something. But you could put it in a milkshake. You could put it in a protein shake. There's 5 or 6 ways to deliver this. No issues, diabetic friendly, and like I said earlier, no artificial colors, sweeteners, or flavors. So, you know, I could go on and on because I'm excited about our products. We're going to have products that people are going to be proud of. They're going to get results for people, and they're priced at real-world prices. So, Tanya, I want to turn it back to you, but I wanted to cover a little bit superficially about what's really coming.
Absolutely. Thank you. That was amazing. Now, I'm going to get, I love the products. I love, I'm a product of the original formulation of the detox tea. I love it. And I absolutely, what I'm about to ask you to share now absolutely changed my life. I am absolutely a product of Mr. Puyolt's compensation plan that was voted the #1 compensation plan in the world, March 2016, absolutely, with his former company. That's right. That compensation plan changed my life. I was with that company almost 2 years, and I can say every week, without fail, I enjoyed a very robust check. I've been paid as much as, not giving any income claims, as much as $2,000 in a week. That was a very strong compensation plan, and I have had the privilege to see our current compensation plan in Vida Divina. If you would be so kind to spend some time and share with our viewers, our team members, the compensation plan that Mr. Puyolt has given birth to here at Vida Divina.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm equally as excited. I've never seen anything in you know, speaking of that other company, and you know, that's a great company. Armand went to the last company about 7 years ago. He created, as you said, the compensation plan for that company. It was voted the best compensation plan, and people made lots and lots of money with that plan, including him. Like I said, that's where he made 8 figures last year. So it's a great compensation plan. But here's what we've done. We've taken that compensation plan, we've enhanced it, we've taken the ahas, the got-yous, and the loopholes out of it, and we've basically put it on steroids. And because, again, we're a manufacturer, we have the money to put more money in there, right? I mean, you can only cut up $1 so much, but because we've got more profit, so whatever happened before, like they say, you ain't seen nothing yet. And so let me talk about that. And I want to talk about it in a couple of contexts. I want to let you know that you could get started, and our plan is so lucrative that you don't have to give up what you want. If you love selling real estate, I want you to keep selling real estate. If you're making good money selling automobiles, I want you to keep doing that. Understand that we're going to have a system, which I'll talk about in a minute, but the pay plan behavior is such that you can do this part-time, and if you just want to add, you know, that in-between time commission money, you're going to be able to do it with us. You'll be able to make money on a weekly basis, so you're not going from feast to famine and back, you know, over and over again. And again, we're just trying to keep it real. You know, I love those other professions. I got lots of colleagues in the real estate, automobile business, you know, commission sales, and I think it's a great way to make a living. You know, with all due respect, I think a salary is very limiting, even a good salary. But people who hustle in commissions, I think that's great. But there is a problem, right? There's that in-between time, and so pay attention to what some of these things can really do for you as our listener, our viewer here. Number one, we're going to pay a resounding 50 to 70% fast start commission. Now, if anybody's been in this business before, you know that's usually a very anemic 15%, 20%, maybe 25%, number one. Number two, companies have something called product breakage. What does that mean? If you sell a $100 product, you usually get 60 points. So your commission is based on the points, not on the real dollar. Well, guess what? We said, I promise we were real world. You sell $100 worth of product with us, you're going to get 100 points going into your business, and that's a $50 commission. We have product packs, $150, $300, $600, and $1,200. $1,200 commission, you're going to make between $600 and $840 per sale. Listen, go out and make a $1,200 sale, make $600 to $840. That's a really good in-between time. You can make a few of those sales, start making a few $1,000s. You're not even talking about building a team, whether you want to, whether you're going to, whether you don't know how. You can get into some immediate profit with our 50 to 70% progressive. And I want to tell you a couple of the quick things about that people might not know. Let's say, Tanya, you sponsor me, and I come in, I get 50% right away on my product sales, my customer sales, the product pack sales. But let's say you're in my upline. The company's actually paying out 70%. So that extra 20%, the people in my upline are going to get a little piece of that. So I want you to think not as the 50% person right now who's watching or listening to us. I want you to think that you've got a small organization. They're out there hustling, making 50%. You're making some 50%, but guess what? You're going to make part of that 20% as part of that upline. So team building is a leveraged model that takes no time away from you. In fact, Anthony Robbins calls it net time, N-E-T, no extra time, because it's leverage. Those of us, including me, who used to be in mortgage sales, what did I do? I had to be in front of a customer closing a deal to make a commission eventually. If I was not doing that, I wasn't making money. Even a highly paid surgeon who makes $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, if he or she is not performing surgeries at that time, they're not making money. When I got this many years ago, the light bulb just went off. I mean, it just went off. And so that's number one. Number two is, in the fast start, is you can go from 50 and you can earn your way up to 70%. So that's what I want to talk to you about there. Number two, those of you who maybe are confident or can learn to be confident to present the business to others, we have an up to 20% presenters bonus. If you present the business on behalf of your team members, other people who might solicit your help, the company is going to do something that's right out of the real estate world. In fact, those of you who are real estate agents are going to totally understand this. It's a mentor-mentee relationship. Let's say, Tanya, you're the experienced real estate agent, and I'm the brand new, smiling, newly licensed real estate agent. I don't know squat about how to do the business. I just passed my license. So the broker will hook me up with you. You're going to mentor me on my sales, on my listings, and then you, for your time, is going to get 20% on my first 3 sales, 5 sales. That's the same thing. We're just taking it from real world and doing it right here. Some other things, and we're just going to cover, Tanya, this over the top. Is that okay?
That's absolutely fine.
Great. Now here's the team commissions. A lot of people who might know the language say, Al, are you a binary plan or are you a unilevel plan? You know what the answer is? Yes, because we're both. We're both. So binary means team commissions. You might have been familiar. You've got a right leg and a left leg. Right team, left team. Very simple concept. If you get this, it creates synergy because one person goes below the other. You get a bunch of people all working in one direction in your 2 legs, and you can blow up. Listen, I know lots and lots of people. I was on an MLM cruise a couple years ago. You know, I'm a really good earner. I tell you, I was humbled. There was some multiple 7-figure earners in binary plans, and we talked about strategy. And so those of you who join your team, Tanya and Kevin, we're going to be talking about that strategy. So that might be someone who wants to make more than $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000 a month. You don't need big strategy to make $4,000 or $5,000 a month. If you just need that in between time, we're going to help you with that. But people who might say, well, maybe this is my time. Maybe this is the right company. Maybe this is the right pay plan. Maybe Tanya is the right leader to help me get this done. If that is, and you can count on our advanced strategies to help you there. But let me continue on the pay plan real quick. The team commissions normally in our industry on a binary plan pay you 10% of the volume on the lesser legs. Very standard, 10%. A few companies have broken through that ceiling and they offer a little bit more. You know, there's a company that a friend of mine is they pay 12%. We pay up to 25%. We start at 10 and we go all the way to 25%. So I don't want to go into big numbers, but let's say you had now I'm just going to use an example, 1,000 people on your team. Now that sounds like a lot, but you know that you don't find 1,000 people because they're all going in a straight line. You maybe found 20 people to do that, right? And they all built it. That's $100,000, $120,000 worth of volume. Just right there itself is $20,000 to $24,000 a month. And I haven't even talked about the other bonuses yet. Now, there's bad news here on the binary. Here's the bad news: is you're capped at $80,000 a month, right? Oh. So yeah, I know. Yeah, my heart's bleeding for you guys right now. So when you cap the $80,000 a month binary, here's what Vida Divina has decided to do. We're going to put a second business center above your original position, and we'll let you do it again. In fact, we'll let you do it up to 4 times. We just brought on Vida Divina. I won't mention her name on the team. She had a prior company as a multiple 7-figure earner. I can't tell you how fascinated she is with our pay plan. She has every intention of maximizing the binary 4 times and making $320,000 a month on the binary. So, guys, if you just never have been able to make more than $500 or $1,500 a month, this is probably your time. So let's kind of wrap up the pay plan. Here's our unilevel part. What's a unilevel? You can sponsor as many people as you want, and we pay 7 generations down. Okay, so we got the binary commissions, and now our unilevel is you sponsor as many as you want, and it pays 7 generations down. Here's what it is. It's a unilevel check match. Guys, if you get this, I hope that you blame me for not being able to sleep after watching this video tonight, because this will be the biggest payouts in our comp plan. And here's why. Let me explain why so I can put some practical application to this. So let's say you went out, and right now we have free enrollment if you're still in free enrollment. I'll tell you what, if you're not hustling on this, I don't know what will get you excited. Your wood's wet. Get close to the fire here with the Crystal Marketing Group. But let's say you go out and you help 20 people. Now, by the way, the example could be 5 people, it could be 10, it could be 100. Let's just use 20. What if you help 20 people make just $2,000 a month? Does that sound reasonable? $2,000 a month part-time? Well, 20 people times 2,000 is a $40,000 total. You get a 50% check match of that. So you helped. Now, you guys that are like hardcore salespeople, you got to take your hardcore sales cap off right now. You've got to turn your team leader cap on. You've got to turn on your servant leader philosophy on. You help 20 people do that. Just right there is $20,000 a month. And here's the good news. That's on your first generation. We'll pay you up to 7 generations. So we pay you 50% in the first generation. As you move up in the plan, generations 2 through 7, add another 70% to the pay plan. Don't worry about figuring it all out. It's just a lot of money. It's going to create tons of cash flow now I got to be honest with you. If you're selfish and you think that the only thing you're going to do is you're going to make the sales and not help everybody, you won't tap into that bonus very well. You've got to be willing to do what the Crystal Marketing Group is, which is develop leadership, develop people. That's really what it is. It's a leadership development bonus. The more people you help, doesn't matter if it's Martha making $500, you get $250 a month on that. Johnny makes $4,000, you get $2,000. Or Jim makes $10,000 a month and you get $5,000. You're getting paid to develop leaders. And the cool thing is you get it down to 7 generations. And so I'll round out, that's the pay plan, but we're also going to have a mortgage program where we'll pay your mortgage from X dollars to X dollars. We'll wait for the comp plan so you can see that. We'll have up to 2 free vacations a year. Hit a certain rank, qualify 3 of the first 6 months in the year, doesn't have to be consecutive, free vacation. Do it again, another free vacation. You can have up to 2 free vacations on Vida Divina. Now, why do we do that? For obvious reasons. We want to incentivize you. We want to give you recognition. We want to fire you up, and it's part of our culture. Remember I said at the beginning, our culture is vacation, fun, family, and friends. You know, it isn't just about money, right? Because let's face it, some of you are going to make a lot of money. Some of you may make 2, 3, 4,000, but we'd love to recognize you with some vacations and some other things. The last thing is we're going to do is something very close to airline miles, the loyalty points. We're calling it star coins. For certain behavior, you're purchasing product, gathering customers, maybe you're on an auto ship, you're going to hitting ranks, you're going to acquire star coins, and these are like loyalty points, and you'll be able to turn in those coins for free products, event tickets, travel to our events and things of that nature. And so it's just fun. It's accessible to everybody. And so Tanya, that's kind of the crux of the pay plan. But here's my summation on this. Most pay plans are divided into 3 sections, what we call the front, middle, and back. A lot of pay plans have a very strong back end, which means if you can be the guru and go all the way up, you're going to make so much money. It's crazy money. And that's why you see these people with mansions and cars and whatnot. The problem is it's built on the backs of everybody else. Ours is a balanced plan. We've got lots of, for that stay-at-home mom who really isn't into team building, if she just wants to make an extra $500-700 a week, we got her covered. For that single mom that I talked to the other day, right? And this is just an example. Man, I tell you what, it softened my heart to hear her cry. She says, Al, if I can make $4,000 a month, she goes, I could go home, quit my 2 jobs, because that's more than I make at my 2 jobs, and I can stay home with my child. Do you understand it's more than money? Now, what if you, listening and watching to us, can contribute to that? Now, it might not resonate with you. I hope it does, because that is our culture. We want you to make a lot of money. In fact, Zig Ziglar said this. Zig Ziglar says, and it's right appropriate for this, if you help enough other people have success, you in turn will become wealthy. That I could have said that at the beginning and we would have been done. And the last thing I'll tell you is we have a middle part of our plan. And again, you don't have to know the details. We will create more $5,000 and $10,000 a month earners, in my opinion, than we've ever seen in this profession. Now, that's not hype. Why do I say that? It's the behavior of our pay plan and nothing else. So, Tanya, I'm welcome to, you're welcome to ask me any questions, or maybe you want to add something if you felt I forgot something. But, as you can see, we're very, very happy with what is developing here at Vida Divina.
Well, one thing I would like to interject, it's not really the compensation plan, but I was a single mom for a very, very long time. And my heart had always, I was a teen mom. I had my first child at 15. And something that was always very important to me as a 15-year-old girl pregnant with her first child, homeless. That's a story for another day.
You bet.
Creating a legacy for my children was my only plot in life when I got pregnant with Mark. And so when I was in the back office and putting in my first application into the system, the company asks a question. They're asking for a beneficiary. And that absolutely brought tears to my eyes, because my heart has always been to build a legacy for my children, for my family, for my grandchildren. And so to see that question, it triggered a lot of emotions from me. So if you could just simply share with people, why does Vida Divina ask the question, who would you like to be your beneficiary?
Yeah, first of all, much love to you. I appreciate you saying that, because you're going to reach tons of people. You're going to reach tons of people. So let me explain that. Beneficiary. We believe that we're building a legacy company. We're not just looking for you to make $10,000 a month for a few months or a few years. We're allowing people to have a willable, transferable legacy business. You're building an asset. We're asking for a beneficiary because you're building an asset. God forbid something happens to that distributor, but if something does happen, and I'm going to actually talk about Armand in a minute, because he came to a pivotal moment in his life, and I'll cover it very briefly a number of years ago. But you're building an asset, which means should something happen for you and your business is generating $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month, your heirs are going to be able to benefit from the ongoing income. Now, if you're the head of your household, a husband, a wife, a single parent, someone that is kind of in charge for someone else's lives, in particular children, or even if you're a grandparent, maybe you're a grandparent, your kids are all grown up, but you'd love to do more for your grandchildren, and you maybe haven't managed your money, or you haven't made enough income to be able to do that. Imagine being able to leave a legacy for those children. So Armand Puyolt, real quick, found out he had a form of cancer, and I won't get into the details for the purpose of time today. And he had a come to Jesus moment. It was at the beginning of a 7-year run with this last company, and so he had a couple of choices. One choice was, do I just I've got 6 months to live. The doctor says, it's an advanced stage. Do I just kind of spend time with my wife and my children and feel sorry for himself? Well, those of you who know Armand, that's not the choice he took. He decided, you know what? I'm going to work like I've never worked, because I'm going to build a residual income in the next 6 months. So should I pass away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave something for my family. Now, not all companies have that on purpose like we do at Vida Divina. That's a real long answer, but I think, Tanya, is very important to you. I know it's important to me. Those of you who get to know my wife, Luz Angel, she's got a heart for female leadership and all the components of motherhood, female leadership, the role that women really play in society, with producing and developing our children. And so that's a real long answer to tell you that the beneficiary is a willable, inheritable situation for your business, no matter what level you're at.
Amazing.
Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you bringing that up. Amazing.
Now, really quick, and then your time is valuable. Thank you so much for pouring into us. I have one more question for you. Can you talk about how the real estate agent or the car salesperson or anybody that's working a regular full-time job, how can they manage working their Vida Divina business in between their main career that they're currently still in?
Yeah, that's a great question. And again, Tanya, you know me, I don't sugarcoat things. In coaching people over the years, I respect everybody, but I have a little bit of a reputation to be a tough love coach. In other words, if you ask me my opinion, I'm going to give it to you. I might give it to you with a hug or a smile, but I'm going to give it to you. So let me give it to you. 95% of people in network marketing and direct sales are part-time. So I've never understood, and I'm not suggesting anyone here watching us is going to make this excuse, but I've never understood, I don't have time, I don't know how, I tried, I couldn't do it. You're either making excuses or you're making money, right? In fact, I tell people, take your excuses and make them your reasons. Some people say, well, I don't have time because of my kids. Don't use your kids as an excuse. Use your kids as a reason. Oh, I would do it, but it's my job. Yeah, your job pays your bills, but here goes another quote by Zig Ziglar. Your job pays your bills, but you create wealth outside of your employment. And so we want you to create wealth, whatever that means. And so really there's lots of ways to be productive. And today you can plug in people to audio calls. How long would it take someone who works a job to take a 15-minute break and send out 10 or 15 texts? Hey, you know what? I partner with some people. I'm doing this. Are you open to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a week? And the people that say yes, you send them an audio link. You send them a video link. I mean, how much time does that take? Now, I'm not saying there's no work, there's no effort. That would be dishonest on my part. But we can all, through priority, carve out 8, 10 hours a week. There's nobody who couldn't do that, right? If you say, oh, I'm too busy. You know what? There's a Mercedes Benz waiting here in the parking lot with keys and a pink slip. Do you have time to pick it up? Man, you would fall all over yourself to come and get it, right? So you would have time to do it. It's a matter of priority, right? It's a matter of priority. If you're a single man and someone wants to introduce you a very good-looking woman or vice versa, and you're looking for someone, you want to connect with someone, well, you're not going to say, well, I work all these hours at work. No, you're going to make time because you're going to prioritize. The same thing with this. You got to, and listen, again, here comes the tough love part. I love commission salespeople. You have an opportunity to make a great income, but let's keep it real. If you don't have enough resources financially in your bank account right now, if you don't have all your debts paid off right now, what you're doing is not 100% working. And again, that's a little tough love. So to change some things in your life, you've got to change some things in your life. So I think that you just get started. You get the Crystal Marketing Group. They're going to help you leverage your time because, as you can see, they'll do webinars, teleconferences. They're leading big teams of people. You could just plug into the system, right? You can, get on there and a teleconference, invite your people, and of course, you'll do the follow-up. You can't expect the Crystal Marketing Group to do the business for you, right? But you'll be able to tap into the resources. And Tanya, that reminds me of one of the things that we're doing. Some people may not know this, but we're going to be the first company. There's a premier trainer in the profession, and we are a profession, by the way. Just like there's the profession of doctors. Some people don't understand we're a profession. That's why they haven't treated it, right? If you treat your business like a hobby, you'll make hobby income. Treat it like a business, give you business income. And so the premier trainer, who used to be a multi-million-dollar distributor and is now a multi-million-dollar producer of distributors in his generic training, has partnered with Armand Puyolt, Vida Divina, and ourselves. We're going to come out with a step-by-step blueprint that is going to be exclusive to our company. And it'll be Vida Divina Go Pro by Eric Worre. There, I said it, right? I let the cat out of the bag. And so now why am I excited about this? I think it's going to be great for people who've been in network marketing 4 or 5 times. They scratch their head and go, man, I like the products, but I don't know what to do. Or maybe your spouse says, are you getting into one of those things again? But this time you have a blueprint. Or maybe you're a business professional. Maybe you know network marketing works. And by the way, network marketing is no longer out for vote. If you knew what I knew, the people that make a living here, doesn't matter if they make $10,000 a month or $100,000 plus, I know them all. The lifestyle you can live, we're blessed to be a stay-at-home mom and dad. I get up every morning and have breakfast with my kids. If I'm busy, maybe I'll have lunch out with a colleague, but I have, we travel together. We're like a gang. We're going to go our first event here in Atlanta. I'm taking my wife and kids, and we turn always fun into what we do. It's a different way of living that maybe not be for everybody, but at least what I'm trying to tell you is it gives you choices. But you know what? There's only one way to do it, and that's to get started. Now, right now, if you can get this right now, you can get in with the Crystal Marketing Group under free enrollment. You will be allowed to participate in a free Inner Circle Mastermind group that normally I charge when I was a fee coach, $497 a month to access it. You're going to be able to get all you need. You're going to get fed at this table and to be able to do it. And the last thing is, part-time, make a commitment. Maybe it's 8 hours a week, 10 hours a week. And again, how long does it take to really text people? If you don't have time to go do the hotel meeting route, don't do that. There's social media today. I built my last company. About 90% of what I did in 10 countries, I did it without one home meeting, even though I think home meetings are very effective, but I did it without one home meeting, and I did it primarily online and on social media. Now, I'm pretty adept at that, but we can teach you those things. My point is, it will take some work, but it's not what people think, And so, anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, Tanya. And if there's something else that, I'm happy to stay on here for you. I'm here to serve you guys. I'm so proud of what you guys are doing. you know, I see diamond plus 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 in your guys' future, and so we're very honored as a company to have the caliber of individuals like you getting the vision, catching the vision, and of course your contribution that's coming here. But if there's anything else I can answer for you, I'm happy to stay on for a few more minutes.
Okay, thank you. We, as I said before, I can't say it enough. We are happy and honored and grateful that you chose us. I do have a multi-million dollar income producer in the industry of real estate that is very near and dear to my heart. The better half of the Crystal Marketing Group, Mr. Kevin Crystal, is on with us. Kevin, are there any questions that you can ask Al while we have him? From a real estate standpoint, what questions do you think a real estate agent would need clarity on to partner with us? Because I know you're in a very, we're not going to say any names, you're in a very prestigious brokerage, and so we want to help those individuals that may need some help with what to say to somebody in that industry. Are there any questions you can ask Al?
Well, Tanya, first of all, thank you for being my better half. I appreciate that. And Al, thank you for being on here with us. No, I think we pretty much covered everything, but one thing I did want to add is that, you know, I am as you said, an 8-figure producer at my company, but I also understand that there's in-between times between those checks. You know, I'm a great steward of my money, but at the same time, what happens in between? And that was our heart behind bringing Al on here and creating this information for you, is to really reach out to that person that gets it, that sales is the most important and highest income earning industry in the world, but there is times in between. There's an ebb and there's a flow. And Absolutely. We want to give you an absolute solution to that ebb and that flow. And you know, we believe with all our heart that direct sales and that Vida Divina is that answer. And we're excited about being in this industry. We're excited about being in this company. And with Al's leadership and Armand's leadership, we believe that, you know, I may be going from actually selling real estate to developing real estate. You know, so I mean, we're both excited about funding our dreams, and that's what this really is all about. So I'm not going to belabor the point, but Al, you did a great job covering everything, and we're just super excited about partnering with you, partnering with the company, and seeing you at the top.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, for everyone that's listening and or watching, there is an investment for any opportunity. As Al stated, there is free enrollment into this opportunity, but you have to understand that you must invest in yourself. And so that investment, I'm going to let Al share with you the different business builder starter packages that we have available. Whichever pack you feel comfortable partnering with us, then so be it. I would suggest that you stretch yourself, because you want to make sure that you have enough product to, one, be a product of the product, and two, to be able to get the product in the marketplace. And I think that's the number one thing in network marketing. Whoever gets the most product into the marketplace wins. So Al, could you share with us the business builder packs that are available for those individuals that once they come in through pre-enrollment at no cost, their investment, what investment are they looking at shortly thereafter?
You bet, you bet. So right now, you can get, like you said, if you catch this in time, you're going to be able to enroll for free. It is the biggest no-brainer on planet Earth. I wouldn't even need to ask any questions. Free enrollment, no credit cards. And what that does, by the way, it gets you in the structure with the Crystal Marketing Group. It gets you well-positioned, and it allows you to pre-build a team to basically get a momentum rolling start when we start allowing product packs to be ordered. So, I mean, if people get that, they're going to, there's just like, you can go out and sponsor 50 people like that if you really get it. So, but what happens after that? In a few weeks, we're going to allow people to order product packs, and there'll be 4 packs, 150, 300, 600, and 1,200. Although I won't get into a lot of detail, obviously the bigger packs have, they all have correspondingly more product. The bigger packs have some free product in there, and the bigger packs also give you some additional incentives into the pay plan. So for that reason alone, you should buy a bigger pack if you could. Again, we welcome everybody, like you said, Tanya. What you decide to do at the end of the day is what you want to do. But I want to talk to just a moment of what I call the speed of the leader. Every company that I've ever been at. Now, I think that you want to get big packs if you're a retailer, if you want to have product to show, maybe you're doing home parties, you're going to do public events, and so it's like a no-brainer there. But I'm going to give you a confession. I have never been a big retailer. I've been a business builder. I've never been a big retailer. But you know what? Every single company I've been at, I've always bought and purchased the big pack. Now, why is that? Because it's an integrity point of view. If Sam says, "Hey Al, I'm in, I'm doing it," what are you coming in at? Well, I came in at the $150 pack. Do you think he might buy the $1,200 pack? Highly unlikely. So that means my fast start is limited to $75, which is not bad, but highly unlikely. But what if I come in at the $1,200 pack and I say, "Sam, you know what? I had to stretch a little bit. I didn't think I can afford the pack, but I put it on my credit card. It's about a $40 a month credit card payment until I can pay it off. But man, I see the vision. I'm going to finally do this. I'm going to get it done right." Man, you don't even have to sell the paper on the product. If you have belief in what you do, I can't tell you how sexy or attractive that is. You will, I guarantee you from experience over the years, people say, "Well, you know what? I'm going to get in at that pack." Now, will everybody get at that pack? No, of course not. But what if you get 10 people to get in at the $1,200 pack this month? That means your commissions next month are $6,000. What if you get 20 people and then next month they do that? 20 people times $600 is $12,000. So again, decide what you want to do, but really, you want to treat this as a business. Whether it's 150 or 1,200, what business can you get into for that money? I mean, please, if you're in any traditional business, or even if you're not, just common sense tells us that starting a business is going to cost $20, $30, $100,000. I won't even tell you how much my franchise cost me to rent 7,500 square feet, desks, computers, IT, initial staff before we made the first commission. So when people say 1,200 too much, I just got to smile, and I love them at where they're at, but I think we all get the message. I hope that helped, Tanya.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much. Well, Al, I am super excited. I thank you so much for spending time with us this morning, afternoon, pouring into the people that are looking for a change. And we are trusting that everybody that needs to see this or hear it will absolutely see it and hear it. And so, again, thank you. Please, please, please tell your lovely wife that we said hello. We send our love.
Thank you.
And in closing, these up.
Vida Divina.
All right. Thanks so much. Bye.